The process of building something for someone. And that could be building a shed, it could be landscaping, it could be an architect designing a building, or in this case, it could be someone building a website for someone. My customers at the moment are excellent. I ask them questions and they give me answers, or they are asking a question and they reply back with, don't know what the hell that means, but let's have a conversation and we work it out. The process of the website moves forward and it's brilliant. But I have in the past had people feel funny about being asked questions. When someone is building something for you, they're not asking you questions to catch you out. It's not an ego trip. And there was a TikTok I saw where someone said, neurotypical people sometimes ask questions to catch people out as a judgement, like, why are you doing it like that? Whereas a neurodiverse people like me, someone with ADHD, in case you couldn't tell, I genuinely want to know why you are doing something a certain way. Or a customer might say, I want to do it like this. And I'll say, you can do it like that, but how about doing it like this? Or why do you want to do it like this? But I'm not judging them. I genuinely want to know. Neurodiverse people genuinely want to know. And it reminds me of a film 2010. There's a bit where they're all sitting around the table. There's 2 Americans on board this ship called the Leonov. They're quite near Jupiter. On Earth, the Cold War is happening, and so the Russians on this ship who have allowed these Americans on board are getting a bit defensive. And the American who's asking questions because he's just been brought out of hibernation and is finding out what's happening. And he's reading this thing that they've given him. He's reading the data, and they're not really answering. He's asking them questions and they're being really funny with him. And he goes, how fast? And they still don't answer him. And he goes, look, I remember a process where I ask you questions and you give me answers, and you ask me questions and I give you answers. I think I read that in a manual somewhere. So that I love that saying. And sometimes I get customers who they feel funny about me asking questions. I get an email that sounds like they feel like they're being insulted, but I genuinely need to know. Because in the 25 years experience of building websites, you might think that I would already know, but I don't always know. A good example is this. Years ago, I was building a website with a website developer, and the customer wanted an email bit for her customers to sort of customize something that she was selling. It's a long story, but so I said to the developer, we need something like this. And he went, oh my God, that's like a chat room where we need this and this and a whole other server. And I said, she might just want an email link. No, she doesn't want that. She wants all this technical brrr. So I said, I'll ask her. So I replied back, did you want an email link? And she said, yes. So if we'd have assumed that she wanted all this extra stuff, that would have added, I don't know how much to that project, hundreds, maybe thousands. And so technical people, when they're building something for you, when they ask you a question, if you don't understand the question, you can reply back with, I don't understand, what's the implications of it, can we have a conversation? You might need to make it clear on the phone, you might need a meeting, it might not be all done by email. But often the reason a lot of technical people like to do these things by email, or at least in writing, is they can refer back to it. They don't have to rely on notes they've scrawled on somewhere. You might not write the notes correctly, you might lose them. On email, you can go back to it and go, they replied with this. Okay, I'll make it red, or I'll make it square, or I'll do 6 of them instead of 25. So yeah, usually I know by assuming, but sometimes if I don't know, and I know it's going to cost days and days work, maybe hours of work, if I do something that I didn't need to do, I will ask. So the process of asking questions and getting somewhere is very necessary. If someone is building a website for you, or a house, or a shed, or making some pottery, I don't know, all sorts of things. But yeah, don't be afraid to ask a technical person questions when they're building something for you.